Do believe we are live. So I'll say indeed and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. I thank you for joining me once again on another stream, another conscious evolution, a moment to remember that nature wastes nothing, right? That if you drop a piece of food to the ground, even though you might feel, oh no, I've wasted my food, something else will happily eat it for you, right? And to kind of like think of that as a universal principle that we find ourselves, especially these days, kind of worried about what's going to happen in the future. Some of us might be worried about how much wealth we have collected, and some of us might have so much wealth collected that we end up, getting stuck in it, worried that we don't have enough, worried that if someone else gets any of it, there'll be something bad about that. And I wanna like touch on that fractal of realizing that we are so far away from nature at this point in our humanity that we don't realize nothing can be wasted, right? That you can't waste money. I know that's a big one. Like I was journaling today about that, writing about all of the stuff, that we end up wanting as people. And I was like communicating about the whole delayed gratification thing, Like I was proud of myself, still am proud of myself for trying to delay some of the gratifying parts of this reality. And I want to like talk to myself about that as well, realizing that nothing can be wasted. So it's an illusion. I see Brother Dan joining us so early. Shannon, Brother Duck, Dad too, even Nancy. Blessings to you, dear friends. I've officially graduated my coding course as of yesterday. Get up them finger guns. I'm proud of you, dude. Dan, officially a programmeer. The Afrikaans word for programmeerder, of for programmer is programmeerder. Of a, yeah, I think it's programmeerder. Jy's nou 'n programmeerder, my dude. I'm proud of you, bro. Like I can't even imagine how stoked you must be. Psyched to share this moment with y'all. Psyched to have you here, dude. How did your project turn out? Are you happy with it? I mean, you graduated, so I'm guessing they were happy with it at least. We have Lausanna here too, even our beloved Jovan. Blessings to you, dear friends. Duck Dad saying, I've discovered Afro rave music this morning, so I'm walking in a two-step saunter. Hey, how's the shiznit? Hey, Sam. Blessings to you too, dear friend. It's nice having you. Okay, let me tell you, friend, I can waste some money. Ask my wife. I know, Duck Dad. That's why I was like, as I was saying it, I was like, bro, don't start. Don't start with me now. Oh, you know what I want to waste my money on? I want to buy myself a wheel. Like I unfortunately do not have the finances to buy myself a car just yet, but I do want an EUC, which is basically the price of a cheap car, you know. And I realize that that probably would be a waste of money, Like I understand, right? Because at least in my mind, and I'm guessing this is probably in your wife's mind as well. Anything that doesn't earn money is a waste of money, right? And like that's a hard one to kind of like draw lines on. I don't know if it's necessarily true, but I do understand that part of myself. Like I do want to spend, if I'm going to spend money on things that actually end up benefiting my life, preferably in a way where I can have some sort of financial recuperation thereof, right? Like I've been like really manifesting a camera. Like there's been this Doksu, nice to meet you, friend. There's been this drive in me to be like, yeah, bro, you need to get a camera. Like, even since I was like a child, like when I was like a 5-year, 6-year old, I also asked my dad for a camera. Of course, being a 5 or 6-year old, your dad's not gonna buy you a camera. But it hasn't died, right? That part of me is still alive. And like there's cool cameras coming out right now with like the APS-C sensors. It's like smaller little sensors, but the lenses are cheaper for them. And then there's the whole full frame, kind of side of that world. And it's like the difference of essentially $2,000. You know, you'd like pay like $2,000 more for the full frame, you know, variant, like plus the lenses and everything. And it's one of those things where I'm like, is that going to be a waste of money, right? Is it going to be a waste of money to buy myself a proper camera? I would like to believe no, it won't be, right? And again, from this perspective of, can it potentially lead us to a place where we can, you know, share even more of the beauty? I do believe so as well. So I feel like it would be worthy, right? And it won't be wasted in that way because every single person that then ends up seeing the images is going to be gaining some of that abundance, right? That was kind of spent on that piece of technology. So I'm like in that loop of like justifying. I'm like, yeah, Sam, I'm watering corn. Nice. Water that corn. Coding course. Congrats, Dan. Thank you, Nancy, for celebrating our dear friend. Dan, congrats, friend. Incoming Swaggart. I was like jokingly telling brother Dan, you know, a while ago, like we're actually gonna do Swaggart. I know we kind of talk about it like it's a joke, but Swaggart is gonna 100% be a real product one day. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but damn, you know, I'll see it. I'll see it happen, bro. We'll see it happen together, man. I'm looking forward to it even. I wonder who our first celebrity will be. Like that's gonna be the biggest issue. Oh, that's gonna be like the biggest drawback is we're gonna have to pay people a ridiculous amounts of money for their likeness. You know, like I don't know if I like that, but I guess that's kind of the point, right? Get all of that swag. It's a job interview practice app. It is. What's the corn going to be? The grow one. I want to waste money on traveling. Is it wasting money again, Nancy? Right? I feel like the worst part about traveling is just how expensive it is to get places. Right? Why don't we have the ability to teleport already? Come on, science fiction AI world. I want to have teleportation already. I want to be able to press a button, open a portal, and then walk through said portal into a whole new other world. You know, just be able to go to America whenever I wanted to. I feel like that would, you know, make traveling significantly cheaper. The amount of money that just gets burned, right? Like that's the thing that I'm like tripping out about. It's like you spend the money on traveling and, you know, there's technically no return, but you do get the return of the experience. That's the real thing. So I feel again, it still fits in Nancy. I don't think it's going to be a waste of money necessarily. Prefer, never going to ask. Dude, does that money melt? I know, or I can't. Like the thing is as well, you know, like I do want to buy myself pieces of technology, and I do find value. For instance, these microphones, you know, they have changed the quality of the stream to the point where if there's like a lot of wind blowing, I can have calm in my heart knowing that you friends are going to not be disturbed by that. When I play my kalimba, I get to take my other microphone and kind of like boost that audio, and that makes me happy as well. This tablet technically, you know, manifested through abundance as well. The tripod holding things up right now, you know, I feel like it's a slow but a sure process of manifesting more into this space. And I just want to thank you, friends, for that. Thank you for supporting me the way that you are. Congratulations, Dad. More love. Thought I wouldn't consider it a waste. Experience is priceless. Yes. Sam, I don't mind Lois anymore. I used to bother me, but now I'm cool with it. Hmm. Yeah, we didn't actually ask you, right, Sam? I'm happy that you're cool with it. It's a beautiful name, you know, even though there might be all of that experience attached to it, it's still a beautiful name. And we love you no matter what you choose to be called, dear friend. Not even earning money, man. If it isn't earning money, the instant it's purchased, to her, investment is for rich people. I got Duckling that little camera and it made her world. I never really thought about it, but she controls nothing as a child. Just her own camera is a huge thing for her. I completely agree, bro. Thank you for allowing her that level of control. Unfortunately, one of the experiences of being a child does come with this visceral sense of nothing is mine, right? Nothing is mine, and I can't do anything for myself. Hey, Juliet Katana, cool name. The point for me, usually as a child was this feeling of wanting to become an adult so that I can do my own things, you know? And I feel like the fact that you're giving her the opportunity to do her own thing before she has to be an adult is definitely going to be appreciated by her little mind. Shan agreed. R slash Bi-Fi may change her perspective on that, Duck. I don't know that subreddit actually myself. Sam, the corn is going to be blue popcorn. Some will be popcorn, but I would really like to try to make blue corn tortillas. That does sound nice. I'm imagining all of those little blue shell bits in those tortilla chips. I am losing my mind. You come back, mind? Here we go. Gather all of that mind. So it's in a bag. Yeah, Doug, I remember when my son started taking his own photos. So cool to see the world through his eyes. That really is beautiful. Thanks to any person that I missed. Appreciate all of your support along the way. We love you, Dr. Dan. Thank you for sharing this, milestone with us as well. I wish I could do more. I wish I could celebrate you even harder. Woo! There we go. That's extra celebratory energy. Wait, Swagger? What is this? I think I missed something. Oh, that was Anna. Swagger has been a long time coming. Swagger is like, sure, years now in the making. Basically, Brother Dan was jokingly joining stream, talking about this product he called Swaggart, and essentially, Swaggart is a yogurt brand, like small little sachets, pouches, a pouch of yogurt, right? That you tear the top off and then you squirt the little sachet into your mouth of yogurt. But, and this is the selling point, it has celebrity endorsements, right? So I'm imagining, I don't even know if we have to do celebrities. We can technically do just like very small, like indie rappers or something like that, and they can have like their bling and they can be like all cool. And then we take pictures of them and then we put their faces on the little pouches of Swaggart, and then by eating the yogurt, you get more swag or whatever. And we're going to have complimentary Swaggart at Lobama, the Obama festival. And it's been like a running joke between me and Dan, but it is something that I unironically think could sell. We can make it like a probiotic kind of vibe. I'm losing my shiznit, losing my mind. Ah! I am calm. I am present. No energy is ever wasted. All of this visceral I'm experiencing can be channeled into this silent moment. Oh, like I'm actually getting goosebumps. Or I love silence. I love silence so much. I only have maybe 3 months left of warm weather. $300 gets me a tree climbing kit that I can use for the next 3 months to learn and make money next year. Have you picked a rubber ducky for the desk, Dan? A rabbit, not really. Is that all I'm getting? I want more context. Sam, I assure you, it's not a tree. I want to bark up. Nothing can change her mind. Like, have you tried to change her mind about this tree climbing kit that you want? Like, is that the thing that you need to get to budge right now? Doc, are you wanting to be an arborist? Yeah. Rabbit, not really. I actually wanted to learn the skill for my own property and my customers. Doc Dead Farms is still my main focus, but I want to learn the skill while I'm strong and fitish. I mean, don't short sell yourself, bro. You're beautiful. It's a beautiful name. I'm just lazy. Doc, my big brother is an arborist. He was an agronomist, a crop diagnostician for many years, and then went on to his own as an arborist for a few years. He's gone back to the desk slash field now, but still does trees on the side. Blessings. Thank you for sharing that, Fractal, as well. More encouragement. Brother Duck Dad. My tortilla chips just made me lose his mind. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if your friends could hear the noises that was being created, but yeah, the tortilla chips. I mean, I would like that. You know, I like tortilla chips. I haven't tried any, that was homemade with homegrown kernels, and I haven't definitely, had them blue, especially naturally colored blue. Blue is like a rare color in nature, even. So I feel like there's some sort of magic in eating it like that. For what it's worth, Mel, the mic does a good job at not picking up much besides your voice. Fuck yeah. Thank you for letting me know that, Joe. I do appreciate that. That gives me some sense of, calm as well. Probiotic, protein-rich Swaggart is great for post-workout or a long day of activity. Try new flavor. Migos Mango today. Also try Swaggart family favorite, Post Malone Pomegranate. What did you think about my announcer voice? Let's try it again. Probiotic, protein-rich Swaggart is great for post-workout or a long day of activity. Try new flavor, Migos Mangoes today. Also try Swaggart family favorite, Post Malone Pomegranate. Yeah. I mean, I'm sold. I just sold myself. Where that Swaggart at? Hit me up. Melt, the background noise doesn't sound too loud to me. It's excruciating to me, right? Like I'm happy that it's not that loud for you, friends. That way, I get to suffer alone, but I still suffer. The way I kind of like think of it, is that everything gives us information, right? Like I can hear a bug going, right? So that information communicates to me that that bug is looking for a friend. He's like, "What's up? What's up?" And I'm okay with that information. I'm okay with it, right? I'm happy for him, his little consciousness wanting to procreate and eat food and stuff, right? I'm okay with that. But then when I hear, like metal grinding metal, like sure, I'm getting that information. I'm getting the information of metal grinding metal, but I don't like that information, right? It's like it's jarring, it's abrasive. And that abrasive, it feels like it's happening inside of my brain. Is that Joy? Yay, Joy! Back to lurking. I was missing your comments yesterday, friend. I hope you know. The Swaggart idea sounds like it's being pitched from radio, from John Ralphio on Parks and Recreation. I think that's the point, right? Like we're going to melt so deeply into meme culture of the future we're heading into that we're going to literally sell things as memes, right? Like we're gonna pretend it's not a real product with the amount of ridiculous we'll lean into. Meanwhile, it's a 100% real product that you can actually buy with money. I'm looking forward to that. I think it's gonna be fun. Oh, Swaggart, I love it. I'm happy that you are in the fractal with us now, Louisiana. Posty going to need that money. He just spent $2 million on a Magic the Gathering card. He did, right? I saw the video of the dude like shaking after pulling the card, and I like read like, oh, he's gonna get paid $2 million for this card, and then I saw the video of Post Malone and the dude, and I was like, yeah, that seems appropriate. Like we're living in a simulation. That's so trippy, actually. Hey, Maxine, blessings to you, dear friend. So nice having you here. Sending you love-ins. Love, 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 love. Back to lurking. We love you, Joy. Thank you for even being here in silence. We're holding you in our heart. I'm here every day, just not feeling chatty. It's okay. You don't have to say anything, as you know. There's no expectations of you. You will be loved even in your silence, dear friend. Rabbit, where does he live? Does he want a mentee? A mentor? Mentee. I don't know what that word is supposed to mean. I've heard the word associate. I've heard the word intern, but never the word mentee. Doug, he lives in southern Manitoba. I don't know where that is as well. Did Posty buy the Black Lotus card? No, he bought the One Ring card. I think. I didn't know Magic the Gathering had the One Ring. Right? That's kind of like now in hindsight, a little bit of a surprise as well. But apparently there was only like one of the One Ring. That's why it's called the One Ring, right? Like there's literally just one of that card in existence apparently. And then Post Malone spent 2 million US dollars on a piece of cardboard. Right? Part of me wants to be angry about it. Part of me wants to be like, but a part of me is like, okay, I guess money is in fact worthless. You know, if 2 million of this money can buy you a piece of cardboard, then I guess money doesn't mean anything. I remember the Swaggart stream. There he is, Lane joining us as well, bro. Swaggart is still being manifested, man. It's gonna be a thing. We're gonna have Lane, right? Like, what is Lane's flavor gonna be? I feel like it has to be like black currant, you know, like black currant, and then just Lane. Do you want to do face paints and stuff as well, right? Like I don't know, I might be projecting right now, Lane, but I see you going like as hardcore as you can, bro. We have Shell joining us too, saying good morning, friends. Meltmore, did you go looking for trouble in the sewing subreddits? Thanks for the award. No, I went looking for you. In fact, I don't know if that's weirder, but I got the notification that they're gonna yeet all of the coins away, and I basically went down my list where I followed you friends and I clicked on your names and I sent you awards, you know, for the money that I had. All of it is spent. You were loved and seen, dear Shell. By 100% don't want to live in the world you just described for meme products. That might be the day I become a hermit. Bro, you're already living in that world. Oh, you do realize people are selling gamer girl bathwater and making millions of dollars doing shit like that, right? Like we're here. You've made it, Doug Dad. You've made it. Here you are. How are you today, friends? Doing well, Lane. It's nice having you here, Brother Bear. I feel like I've been happy, you know, as of late. A little bit more okay with where I am and what I'm doing, and, you know, realizing that there is nothing to gain, right? That sometimes we are so invested, you know, to use that word, in our future and what is to come, or so stuck in what has already happened that we end up not experiencing the fullness of this moment. And I feel like I'm getting back to this moment a little bit more, you know, and it's giving me a sense of hope. It's making me feel okay in this moment, and it's been good. How about you, dude? How are you doing? Anything new for you? When are we getting that new album, man? Do let us know. Let me read something worth saying, actually. I haven't already. Well, if the expert is the mentor, I'm the mentee. I was like going for like the whole mentor thing. I got that a little bit, but now that you say it that way, I'm like, yeah, I'm there with you. There's a Russian man who dresses up as a cosplay Uwu gamer and sells his bathwater. He says it's very profitable. More power to him, right? We freaking live in a society, a capitalist capitalist society. So if he's extracting wealth, you know, by selling gamer girl bathwater, who am I to say that there's something wrong with that? I mean, I don't think that's okay. But who am I? Who am I? Like, he's eating food, right? Maybe he's taking care of his family. Maybe he gets to, you know, buy his mom a house. So more power to him. Oh, Maxine, I didn't see you sneak in. Your foot pads are so soft. It's so beautiful. Fuck. What? Post Malone on a card? Rich people spend money on ridiculous stuff. Melt says it with me. Tortilla. Not tortilla. Tortilla. Thank you for correcting me. Tortilla. Tortilla with a T. Tortilla. I want to read that word again to see why it is I read it incorrectly. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, it does have a Till in it, right? Tortillas. So in my mind, I don't feel like I'm doing something wrong. But I'll concede tortilla. Tortilla. But where are the L's? Where it's two L's, two tortilla. Tortilla. Even if it's made, even if I just made that up, I should be correct. That should be the correct term. It's, I mean, if good old, Shakespeare can make up words as he went on, I believe so can you. You read it incorrectly because English is stupid. Good luck. Yeah, I mean, Afrikaans is pretty stupid itself. What on the card, rich people's, yeah, it's true. I'm pretty much a hermit already. I see maybe 10 people a month on a busy month. I love the world. I just avoid the inhabitants. I mean, some of them, right? You don't avoid the other inhabitants, right? Like the little critters, little creatures are inhabitants as well, technically. Lois, that's literally me in real life. The footpads, that's so nice. Blessings. Nancy, Post Malone is an amazing human, though. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I think that's maybe why I'm kind of okay with it, right? Because I do like Post Malone as a person. He's probably paid that to change that kid's life. Everything I've seen of that dude is just super humble and engaging. Like if you watch the video of him spending time with that person, the dude who got the $2 million is literally crying, like devastated in the best possible way. Like literally, his whole life got changed. Because of a card that he pulled. I just hope, I really beg the universe that he's not gonna spend all of that money on buying more cards and hope to get lucky again with some sort of other rare card. I hope he just actually invests that money properly and take care of himself. But who am I to say, right? Nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. All of that money. Maybe that's the thing that we're supposed to remind ourselves of, is that even though that amount of money was spent on a piece of cardboard, nothing is wasted. Tortilla is a Spanish word with different pronunciations. I'm happy to be corrected at least, Nancy. Thank you. I do realize all that melt, but you said it would be the primary method of selling products. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'm not saying it's going to be the primary method. I just going to be it's another method, right? Like if you think about the internet economy, most of the stuff that we're doing, at least right now, when it comes to charging money, we like the tangible, right? We like being able to get something physical. If I, for instance, buy an heirloom tomato, I'm not gonna want an NFT of an heirloom tomato, right? But eventually, I could buy an NFT of an heirloom tomato, and that could be attached to your backend, where it literally prompts your system to package and send me an heirloom tomato in the mail, for example, right? So the point I'm trying to make is that the future, selling things as a meme is going to be a realistic option to sell things, right? Like we don't need more stuff technically, right? So we're going to sell things as jokes, like the whole pet rock thing. That company also made like an absurd amount of money selling pet rocks. Like it's kind of ridiculous, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're going that way. I'm only down if it's no, please. Oh please, bro. Island Boy is gonna sell you tattoo kits or something. English is just doing what it does to other cultures, prefers their riches to claim as their own. Piffers? Pulvers? Pillages? Plunders? Colonialisms? You are what you create by deciding which vibrations you will allow to settle in and become a part of you. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's one that's been resonating with me for a while now. Vibrations, frequencies, right? The fact that the stuff we output into this world ends up coming back to us. In that way, energy isn't wasted by nature either. I'm happy to have you friends share this giddy energy with me today. I'm sending all of you so many blessings. Let's see if I can bring this closer. It's less than ideal, but sorry. I am sorry. I am so sorry. Sometimes my brain encourages me to communicate the insane. I don't know if that's better, but it is light. I just realized I was watching like 10 minutes behind the stream. Whoops, it's fine. Thank you for absorbing all of these moments, bro. No energy is wasted, right? I think it's because it's Spanish. The two L's in Spanish are a Y sound. Tortilla, A, Y. Yeah. Sometimes they're H sounds too, along with the J. Of course. You know? Oh, L's. Is it a Y, a H, or a J sound? How about the L sound? That's not an option? Nope. Okay, the more you know. Doug Dad, I actually appreciate Posty. I've heard him interviewed before. Listening to how much a celebrity spends on stuff sounds so Kardashian like. Yeah. Fortunately, I never got into that world myself as well. Right? I'm not too interested in celebrity culture, but I am interested in meme culture, right? And I feel like that's like the small overlap that happened now, with the whole Post Malone kind of thing. Hey Joe, I know you sent me a bunch of messages. I'm just busy dadding and want to give it proper attention. Thank you for reaching out and for connecting in that way, bro. My work has been my work has my work was over on Tuesday. Happy to hear that. I'm happy that you're dadding, in turn. Words are made up. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. The fact that we both understand the same made up words though, right? The fact that I can make sounds with my face and you can understand me, even though I'm living thousands of miles away from you and I'm displaying through a screen right now. That my voice is being picked up by a small little cube with a fluffy on it. And then it vibrates a membrane. And that vibrated membrane turns it into a binary signal. And then that binary signal gets processed by a little microprocessor. There's an actual chip. There's a processor inside of this little box. A little battery powering it all. And then that signal gets sent to a little transceiver. And then that transceiver turns it into a signal that my phone can read. Like the amount of like stuff that has to happen just between it coming out of my face, going in here, and then getting to you is so absurd. And yet we understand it, right? At least conceptually. We understand these words conceptually because even though I said all of these things, right, I could give you a rudimentary understanding of what's happening here. I still don't understand it, right? None of us probably do. Like we can conceptualize it, right? We can understand the process, but actually understanding the complexity that's happening is beyond me even. Everything is made up. Why do we call llamas and not llamas? I think llamas, at least in my mind, sounds like pajamas. I don't know why. I'm gonna go and dress in my llamas. New word. Now, from this moment forward, you're not allowed to call it pajamas. It's llamas. I'm just imagining someone saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go put on my pajamas," and them getting tackled to the ground. Rabbit, I listened to your music yesterday. Thank you, Joe, for doing that. Loved it. I was cleaning and cooking while the playlist ran. Thanks for that. Thank you for sharing that love for her music as well, bro. That's beautiful. Llamas aren't Spanish. Damn it. If only we knew that llamas aren't Spanish. Are llamas English? Hey, Google, where did llamas originate? South America. Hey, Google, is it Portuguese? Hey, Google, what is the main language of South America? It's Spanish. Yeah, llamas are Spanish. The more we know. Spanish, Portuguese, Dutch, Quechua, Garagualian, Ayamara, or English. Apparently Spanish. I used to, I mean, maybe llamas are Spanish, Joy. Or Joe. Maybe they are. Maybe llamas are Spanish. I don't know. Hey, Google, what do the Spanish people call llamas? I don't understand. Liar. Llamas. Yeah, llamas are called llamas. Mm, but it's actually originally uh Quechua. I don't know how to say that word. Quechua. Q chua. Q Quechua. Quechua word. Since llamas were already there and were called llama by indigenous speakers long before the Spanish arrived. Yeah, there we go. Llamas are in fact not Spanish. They are Quechuan. I'm so sorry. Oh, but the more we know, right? Now we know that at least, even though I butchered it multiple times. Frequency manatees. Yeah, more music for manatees. Yes, Doc. Mentee is a real word. The more you know. You might have said mentor slash protege or prodigy in the past, but mentor and mentee is more common now and gender neutral. Nice. Yeah. Well, I'm going to use that word as well. I'm also going to have someone being like, does that mean? Is it gender neutral though? Right? Like, I don't know if I shouldn't make jokes like this, but just as a joke, I'm making joke right now, right? Full disclaimer. Imagine the massivest asterisks you've ever seen in your life. Why not women tour and women tea? Right? I'm so sorry. It's a bad joke. I know. I am super bad. Yeah. Isn't protege also gender neutral? Like, my mind is just trying to understand. We were having this conversation yesterday about shared bathrooms, right? Where my family was like, they're pretty anti. I'm not even gonna say it, give it power, but they really don't like the idea of gender neutral anything. And I was like, we share a bathroom, right? And they were like, yeah, but and I'm like, but we already share bathrooms, right? All of us sit on toilets and poop the same, right? You can sit on the toilet and pee as well, even if you're a dude. Building multiple bathrooms for every, gender we have is unrealistic, right? So realize that it's a lavatory. You're supposed to do your business. You close the little box, you do your business, you wash your hands, you get out of there, right? And I'm not the one to talk on that stuff, but I was basically just trying to share with my family. It's not that big of a deal, right? We already share bathrooms. That's, I mean, like, we're not weird about it at home, are we? Like, why do we have to be weird about it? In a public, sector as well. And my argument was primarily just the finances. I'm like, you know how expensive it is to build bathrooms, to buy more porcelain thrones, to have more sinks, to not only all of that, but to build more boxes and to have all of the drainage systems, built into that stuff. That's a lot of money, That's a lot of money that we could spend somewhere else. We don't need 50 bathrooms. No worries, dude. I just throw stuff out there. If you dig it, great. If you don't, that's great too. Love is true. Either way. Frequencies. Love is true. Joe, I'm glad you have something of a daily routine. This is the way. Rabbit, what I would give to sit down with your brother and learn his life. I mean, give some time, Duck Dad. That's all you have to give, technically. Maybe some resources to travel, but that's what you have to give. Oh, you have to make time. You have to set a schedule, and then you can get closer to that learning of his life, right? Rabbit, music is always in my world. I seem to have a theme song for almost everything I do. You just have added to my cleaning routine and funky party vibes. I love it. That's so blessed. I'm gonna be back in a second. My mind is prompting me to go and get a little rubber band, and then I'm gonna use my stick as a microphone. Skippity bobbity, scoopity boop. I'll be back in a second. Maybe I can still talk to you while we move. Hmm. See if I can find a rubber band without having to. Ooh, nice. I didn't have to go far. We like those. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just like that. And then I'm gonna don't look at me struggle, please. My poor ego. Come on. Nice. It's done. Now I have a microphone. Right? I feel like a presenter now. What should I present? Here we have. I'm imagining a green blob in my mind. Here we have the green blob, made by artist. Who would make green blob? I feel like it's a collaborative effort between Zano and Joe. You know, like I'm imagine slime, but it is like solid, almost like cast in resin. I don't know how you would go about making that. Maybe like an extremely massive resin printer. You know, you can make all of that stuff in 3D, and then you can print it out into different, colors. Imagining like a clear layer on the outside and green blob layer on the inside. What's wrong? I'm sorry. Like my mind is getting kidnapped by the interview question. It's like, please bring it back, dude. Right, party vibes. Melt, you just broke my brain. I agree with you, but my brain sure doesn't work that way. You are the future. I am the future. I thought I was a person. I don't want to be the future. I want to be right now. My left arm that doesn't have a tattoo is getting sympathy itchy because the right is getting lotion. It's like I want lotion too. I mean, are you giving left arm lotion? I hope so. Melty, you have the perfect voice for audiobooks. I'd love to hear you read and impersonate the characters in your own way. I would actually enjoy doing that. I don't know if I'm that good at making extra voices. I did, like go through this whole little YouTube series where a dude was teaching you how to make different voices, and it's basically like paying attention to different sides of your mouth, right? You like basically shift your voice into different parts of your mouth, and then you get to be different characters that way. So maybe I could, maybe I could. I wouldn't be opposed to doing voice acting, to be completely honest. For the longest time, I had a problem with my own voice, but I realize now that I'm I'm like somewhere on the line of sounding like a kid while also having enough. What's that growly sound? Timbre? Treble? I don't know actually. Hey Google, what's the sound of a man's voice? That's such a bad question. It's gonna be like, I don't understand. Oh, actually, that it understands. Nice. Uh, there we go. Baritone, baritone, or gruff, or gravelly. Right? There's like a mix of gravelly plus sounding like a child. You know, I accept my voice. Thank you, Maxine, for appreciating it as well. How dare you besmirch the good name of the Island Boys? I don't besmirch the Island Boys. I'm getting that scream in one of my ears. I think it's me besmirching the Island Boys. They're coming for me. I just I just don't understand. Right? Like I got to see this experience where someone was trying to give them really good advice and they were just unwilling to hear it. They were like, "How dare you try and give me advice?" Right? I'm island boy. I'm island boying out here, dude. I just think they could have done so much more, right? I feel like the lost potential is the thing that pisses me off, if anything. Joe, I bet you like the trombone tune, classified bone sketch. It's a little funky. I don't even know what those words mean, but yeah. You nailed it. I was whining on that. I'm happy that there is connections being made. For the record, I could find someone that wanted to buy my bathwater. I would give them If I could find, I would give them the finest bathwater experience they could buy. Whole lot easier than manual labor. I have to take baths and then jar my bathwater to make money. That does sound pretty easy, right? But then it comes down to logistics of having to ship bathwater. You're gonna have to have some sort of tight sealing jar, dude. Are you gonna buy the jars? You're gonna have stickers on it, like we're gonna have to do some graphic design. Make sure it's still gonna be more work, dude. I wrote that tune for an American trombone player I love who used to play with Prince's band. So cool. Cha Qua Chua. Quachua. Thank you, Joe. That's how you say that language. Quachua. Quechua. Quachua. Quachua. Quachuan. Yeah. Llamas are quachuan. He agreed to play the solo in the middle, but then he got COVID and then got really busy. Maybe he'll still record it someday. But I just used the computer generated horns and I like the way that it turned out. Women tour. Nice, right? Yeah. Why not? Why not? I'm happy that you're laughing. Thank you. Whew. One person in the crowd is actually laughing. That means it was a joke, right? Look, Louisiana's laughing. That means it was, in fact, a joke. I'm clear. Rabbit, I could tell they were digital horns, but it turned out excellent. And I would love to hear an organic rendition of it, of course, to get more granular. Depending on the country, some Spanish speakers pronounce LL sounding like yeah, more ja sounding. I don't know if I said that correctly, but menti for female, mento for men. Ah, the more you know. Thank you. So I can't call myself a menti because I was liking that. I was like it's kind of feminine sounding, right? Mento is a little bit more masculine sounding, so I'm there for it as well. On the topic of bathrooms, just take your poop and go. No one is hanging out in there. Yeah, like some people for some reason do, right? Like where they go and like the bathroom is the hangout spot. I unfortunately understand that if I smell something, that means there are microparticulates in the air, meaning those microparticulates are dissolving inside my mucous membrane that's inside of my nasal cavity, meaning that I am literally absorbing shit when I'm standing in a bathroom and it drives me insane. It like actually, it's like, I'm like, bro. And then people just spend their time in the bathroom like, stop, please. Oh, please. Oh, please get out of the bathroom. Take your shit and go. Exactly. Oh, goodness. Every bathroom in every house is gender neutral 100%, right? Like, it's not that weird. It's not that foreign of a concept. A former work colleague from Germany asked, shouldn't it be bimba and not bimbo? He had a point. Because of the femininity thing? I don't know. Maybe. A former worker. Okay, the other one. There are plenty of reasons to hang out in bathrooms, just not good ones. Yeah. Right. Like, please. Please. Duck, I have a family reunion this weekend, and I think my brother is coming tonight or tomorrow. I'll ask him about it. Please do. I mean, maybe if like a direct, meetup isn't possible, just like a phone call. Just being like able to like brainstorm some questions even. I'm a poo and go kinda critter. Yeah, same. Bimbo, poor in Japanese. Bimbo, slutty. Bimbo, bottom in Brazil. Bimbo, pastries and bread from Mexico. Hmm. I am Bimbo. Can I get that Bimbo Bimbo? You Bimbo? I am poor. Can I get the bottom pastry? You. How dare you, sir? How dare you? I adore the goofiness of this place so much, as we adore you, adoring this space, dear friend. Sending you so much love. Thank you for enjoying this space with us. Rubber bands aren't allowed in my house. Cats would swallow it and get wrapped around their intestines. Why swallow the rubber bands, kitties? There's like food to eat and stuff. You can swallow food, right? that's supposed to be eaten. Why swallow my rubber bands? I'm sorry to hear that. So smart, as you're saying. Unfortunately, my cats habitually destroy them before they're trying to munch on them. I've seen a cat play with it from a perspective of like understanding that it has elasticity, where it would like hook onto it with its hand or little paw, and then it will pull on it with its face, and then let go of it, and then fling the little rubber band, and it would chase it. I was like really impressed by that as well. I think I've seen a dog do it as well. Archie likes my hair ties. He'll chew on it until he breaks the band. I think our cats just don't know what they are. Like I've at least from what I've known, our cats don't seem to be very interested in hair bands. It's interesting that you friends get these experiences of them actually being interested. Sam, Maxine, I don't know if Maxine as well. Yeah, Sam, Maxine, and Joyvi. You know, all of your kitties. Rabbit, all is good. If he lived closer, it would be possible for me to talk to him into training me for a weekend. It wouldn't work with the cost to travel. Yeah, that's the biggest barrier to entry, unfortunately. Yes, Joy, read it all. Tell him I think he's cool though. Love is true. I know, bimbo bread from soccer jerseys. The timbre. The timbre of a voice. It's probably incorrect, but it does sound right. All right, it does sound like voice can have timbre. Like no, no, that's not how language works. I don't tell me, please. Let me live in my blissful ignorance. Oh no 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 no! My kitty Kinks just eats all of the houseplants and parkours like the dogs. No, sorry, says Shally. I just want to make sure you're even a little bit amused. Love is true. Joy Buster used to love the rings around the milk jugs. When we moved from our apartment, there were 50 under the couch. That's hilarious. Joe, I want to see a cat parkouring on a dog. I wonder how many tiny cat balls are behind my furniture. It's only one way to find out, right? Go and check. Maybe there's like an abundance of toys. Maybe we keep buying these toys. Maybe the cats are like driving the economy forward, hiding the things we buy them over and over again so we can buy more. These crazy things the critter moles do, so sporadic. I'd be lucky to catch any of it on camera. Like, I feel like those moments are the most beautiful, where you see your animal doing something that's like so almost magical, we're like, where did you learn to do that, right? Like, what beseeched you to do something like that? It's always fun. I'm watching little Shelby be a little kitty loaf. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like that little compact way that they sit on their little pawsies, her eyes closed, just chilling. And then sometimes her and Roxy will chase one another around in the farm. Like Pippi and Roxy have been very friendly with one another as of late as well. So many fractals. And like as you said, right, you can't necessarily capture it on camera, but just in thinking about it, it brings you some happiness in seeing it as well. I watched a video of a monkey riding a golden retrieval yesterday. It was awesome. Bumpy, I've seen that video 100 times. I once saw a video of an ape driving a golf cart. That one stays with me, Joy. The chimpanzee driving a golf cart, right? But it's not like driving a golf cart like an old lady, worried about her crashing her vehicle. It was like middle-aged, half-drunk man, like laid back, like one hand on the steering wheel. That monkey looked so natural riding that golf cart that it makes me question whether we are as smart as we think we are. It was like, bro, the monkeys know something we don't. Jovan, I thought of you when I saw it. So much love. Got a name. I love, right? Kinks. Is it Kinks? I think so. Yeah, Kinks. Kin. I think I'm saying it correctly. Kinks. Even though there's no G, no NG. I still think, if you finish it with an X, it has like a sound. I think I would live in the Vietnam if I wasn't here. I have a deep sense that I need monkeys, rice paddies, and humble people in my life. I mean, why not, dude? Like, why not? Maybe you don't have to do it forever, right? You can go to Vietnam for a few months, make a vacation of it. Weirdly enough, I think you might save cash on your cost of living there even, right? So if not, why not? Go and experience Vietnam for a little bit. He came to me already named, but I like it too. It is beautiful. I hear that those temple monkeys are dicks, Joe. Yeah. I don't want to say that, right? That's why I was encouraging him to go and experience for himself, right? Go and have the experience of monkeys trying to steal your shit, right? That way we can learn whether we like it or not. Monkeys can be assholes. One time, Machi leaped over a room divider. As I turned to watch him do this, I saw a string with poop nuggets clinging to it like Christmas lights. He had gotten a hold of my floss. Oh, that's some cursed information. There we go. Internet's back on again. I am not a temple goer. I find my peace in the trees. I mean, in my mind, nature's temple is the forest, right? Nature weighs nothing in that way as well. Dude, I'm having trouble logically marketing and shipping my bathwater. I'm making bank. I mean, you're already technically doing the same thing, right? You're just doing it with heirloom tomatoes. It's the same. It's the same fractal. It's just a little bit of a different different one. I do value spending money on stuff that's actually valuable. I don't see any value in bathwater. Thank you, Pippi, for joining me. Mm. This is why I'm a hermit. Dipshits are out here buying bathwater. There we go. That's my response as well, Joe Schmo. Is like, what is wrong with people? Why are you spending money? Right? Money that can buy food. Money that can make someone else's life better on bathwater. On bathwater. Why? And then some people drink it. Like I'm just like, not only did you spend actual money on bathwater, but then you're drinking it. Do you drink your own bathwater? Or just some people? Why is it okay? In Japan, they sell used underwear out of vending machines. Jumping. The world is a strange place. Yeah. Maybe, you know, sex robots isn't that bad of a thing. Like if people are so weird, maybe society can become a better place if we have sex robots. Again, I know that probably is a hot take, but I imagine it from the perspective of weirdness, right? At least that way the weirdness is contained. I think about this a lot, in fact, right? Where I imagine, if the robots become sentient, then it just becomes a whole nother fractal of exploitation. You know, like I'm tripping out of this conversation right now. Nature wastes nothing, right? Maybe that's the thing to be said. Buying used underwear. What the fuck? What the hell, nature? What's wrong with you, dude? I get all of the socializing I need by just imagining how ridiculous people are and then getting frustrated before I ever actually even start listening. I'm working on that mindset, but it is difficult. Oh yeah, it definitely is. Know that there are people that aren't like that, at least, Joshua. I try not to prejudge, but damn it, man, it does take long before I can tell that we aren't going to get anywhere with a conversation that isn't based around pop culture. I'm all over that. I'm over that stuff. I get it, dude. I've been getting closer to the. There we go. That's kind of like what I'm talking about as well. Yeah, exactly, Maxine. We are getting closer to the movie Her as a society. It's like ChatGPT, like iOS Melty. I mean, if you want to do yourself a favor, right? It's pretty emotional. It's like a hard watch, but watch the movie Her. If you haven't seen it, it's a movie by Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix? Yeah. Really good. Uh Jennifer Lawrence is the voice of Her. And it's basically a take on where we're going, right? The future of relationships when it comes to AI models. And it's a lot, right? It is a lot. The leftover Phoenix. Joaquin. Does Joaquin mean leftovers? That's horrible. We're getting closer. Yeah, do it. Go watch Her, please. Isn't it? Yeah, it is Scarlett Johansson's voice. Did I say someone else? Did I say Jennifer Lawrence? Yeah. Sorry, Scarlett Johansson. I don't know where I got. Yeah, you're right. You are right. For some reason, their voices live in the same place in my mind. Not to be nitpicky. No, you're right. You're right, Loizana. Please nitpick all the time if I say something incorrectly. Maybe that's an even bigger of a sell, you know? Maybe you like Scarlett Johansson more than you like Jennifer Lawrence. If the idiots are spending all of their money on bathwater and 5G repellent, then we won't have to deal with them in the shops and the stores. Exactly. Exactly. I'd love a companion robot. Companion human is way too much trouble. Companion robot is going to be, again, just another convenience thing, right? And that's going to be what it's about, where you can turn it off, right? I feel like it'd be a little bit unacceptable to want your companion person to turn off. You know, it's like, oh, thank you. The sex was nice. Now go into sleep mode. It's like, the fuck did you just say to me, bro? I'm not a robot. It's like, what? But your Tinder profile said that you're a robot. Yeah, I was joking. It's like, well, I'm sorry, for which I probably should apologize. No, it's a really messed up joke about River Phoenix. Okay, I don't get that one. It's okay. It's a joke. An understandable mix up. Blessings. Stand up and raspberries TV. What the what? What does that mean, dude? I don't understand. I'm scared and confused. Let me make the light a little bit more blue. Yes, yeah, I'm blasting on the light right now. Battery is getting yeeted. Okay, speaking of spending money on bathwater and under things, before I had my double bunion surgery last year, I looked into how men with bunion fetishes there are to pay the big bucks for pics and videos. Man, people are strange, but I could not bring myself to do it, even though I could have used some of the money. Rule 34, Lois. Yeah. Like, I feel like that's, the hard thing as well, right? Like, it's one thing to understand what you're capable of and what's possible in this world. It's a whole other thing to kind of like commit to it, right? Like, I feel like I also don't have that level of abandonment. Is it abandonment? Hey, Google, define abandonment. Abandonment, the action or fact of abandoning or being abandoned. Hmm. Right? Like there is that word where you live in a band. Like, am I saying it incorrectly? Abandon someone. Ah, feeling. I don't think I'm saying it correctly actually. To low in that way, essentially, right? Like I'm too tight with my own, understanding. Reckless abandon. Yeah, 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 yeah. You see, Mel, do you mean like reckless abandon? Exactly. Hey Google, define reckless abandon. Reckless abandon gives me an album. What is the meaning of reckless abandon? Unrestrained surrender to impulses or passion without regard for the convention, appearances, good sense, or risk. He played with reckless abandon, his enthusiasm for the game flowing from his every pore. With the data deal, you'll be able to stream movies and music with reckless abandon. Yeah. Surrender to the impulse of the passion without regard for the convention, appearances, good sense, or risk. Yeah, I unfortunately cannot recklessly abandon. Thank you for correcting me, creating some clarity. I appreciate that. Reckless abandon. Jackass movies 1, 2, 3. Exactly. Right? Like I can't like that I also can understand. Like I cannot fathom. I remember in high school people watching the Jackass movies and being excited for the new Jackass movie to come out. And I was like, but why? But why? Like why? But why are they doing that? And why are you watching them do that? Why? Why? What- Why? Why? Why so much reckless abandons? Please. Oh, please stop. Stop abandoning. That's the thing. Reckless abandon. Like you're abandoning your morals or something. Not even your morals. Just like I think they said it perfectly. You're abandoning good sense, right? You're abandoning the part of you that understands that some impulses shouldn't be chased after. Have an amazing day, jumping. Love you. I've had enough internet for the day. I'm going fishing. That might be good for your mental health, bro. Enjoy, brother. Joe Schmo, sending you lovin's, man. Mel, I love your love for language. Thank you, Ravid. I do believe it's important. Like language is a powerful tool. That if it wasn't for language, we wouldn't have built all of this, and kind of like understanding it a little bit more deeply. It makes me feel a little bit more entrenched, right? It can be brain damage as well, technically, partly at least, but it does make me feel like I have more connections to pull from when I end up using a word in my day-to-day life. Are we ready to pull a card? Are you ready to pull a sacred geometry card on today's Melt Stream? Let's see what we will learn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Technology. No technologies. Okay. Sorry, Pippi. 8149, purple, yellow. Let's see. Oh, and on the reckless abandon, something wrong. This is gonna shock them. I'm guessing that's a track. I see the little music, but I don't know the one you're singing. Reckless abandon. Card time, this one. This one right here is the one. Ooh. Did you say purple and yellow? How about that? Oops. Got that yellow center. Hey, Natalie! Just in time for card time. Here you are. And then it has little purple flowers. It has two beautiful monarch butterflies, I do believe they're called. The Jade Meander. The second to last card in the whole deck. If only the 5G stuff were actually conspiracy, Sam. It's true. These are very dangerous antennas. 64 beams, 12 kilowatts of power compared with one beam of 1,000 kilowatts. Yeah, I I get that, but we've also done our due diligence, right? Like we have. Like I feel it's a matter of exposure, right? These things are supposed to be able to travel through things. I just don't believe, I personally don't believe in the whole 5G conspiracy, right? People burning down 5G towers because it gives them COVID. Like it's unfortunately not factually based, right? That's not how viruses work, fortunately. So glad I'm not the only one who had Blink play in their heads, a Blink 182 track, even better. But we in the industry call it conspiracy so we can keep making money. I hear you, Shell. I don't think 5G is the answer necessarily. I think, better Wi Fi is actually. We can do better with Wi Fi 7 than we can do with 5G already, right? And then that way we can basically just have people connected to the internet inside of the cities. We don't have to do 5G. Like the biggest thing for me is just the fact that we have to chop down trees. Like that's the thing that I'm really offended about with 5G. Not so much the signal strength, just the chopping down trees so that the transmission is better. I can't help myself. Maxine, that's the way. One more time. Butterflies and meanders, flowers on the sides. And then let's read what it means. I did pull it upside down technically, So I'll read that one first. And it goes, something is out of sync. Hmm. Okay. Reflect on the flow of your day and see if any adjustment would bring greater harmony. Embedded in this card is a beautiful meandering crop formation. The feel of this geometry is similar to the way life force moves through the human energy system. We were talking today about how nothing is wasted by nature. Nice. The meandering pathway conveys balance and harmony. Green jade vines and two butterflies amplify the elegance and harmony of this scene. Choosing this card reminds you to notice beauty all around you every day and to take it into your being as one way of creating greater harmony and accord in your life. See how even a stormy day is filled with splendor. Observe the exquisiteness of any one of your personal sacred objects as if for the first time. I love this practice. Give your attention to the harmonies in music and realize you can experience them as multidimensional. Notice how even such a simple observation transforms your perceptions. Hold an awareness of beauty and harmony in your heart long enough to generate a feeling you personally associate with each one. Observe this feeling and realize you can consciously recall it at any time you need a bit of harmony to ease the stress of your day. Walk in beauty and flow with the harmony of the spheres. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Sigh. So I worked in the industry, and yeah, there is a significant amount of difference in Fresnel zone in the antenna and radiation amount to the satellites and 5G transmission, which is why trees get cut. Exactly. Wi-Fi tech within cities, shared fiber in the metropolitan area is the answer. Gang, gang. I'm happy that I'm not talking out of my ass completely. Also, supporting plant and green buildings where possible, as well as rooftop gardens. Yeah, 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 yeah. So happy I got to listen to this card reading. The meandering flow, right? Hey, Lisa's here as well. Namaste to you, dear friend. The divinity in me sees, acknowledges, and recognizes the divinity in you. Every single one of yous. Sending you lovin's, always. Dang, even in Mercury's shadow phase, it's still messing up my technology. It does that sometimes. Sometimes it's your power, that ends up messing with it on the other side. Let's play some kalimba, shall we? I'm gonna remove my microphone. Put it right there. Get my second microphone. The one of the gain. The excessive amount of gain. So that suddenly, now everything is louder. Even if I speak really quietly, you can still hear me perfectly. Gotta go. Enjoy the day, everyone. Love to you too, dear Nancy friend. Thank you for spending some time with us, and we'll see you again on the flip side. Bye, Nancy. Hugs. Thank you for the lovin's. Lisa Fran, so lovely to be having you back here these days. It has been a blessing, right? Every single time I see her name, it brings joy to my heart. Play some kalimba, shall we? Yeah, let's do it. Go. Man, I really liked that kalimba session. Felt like it went by almost too quickly. I was in a groove with you, friends. Nature wastes nothing, right? Think I missed a few comments in the meanwhile. Love you, Nancy. God bless the world of the beautiful you. Nice. Thank you, Joe, for echoing that love. Friends, I'm going again to another class. My friend invited me. It's called Bear, and it's taught by some same yoga teacher as before. I'm not there yet, but I'll say goodbye when I get there. We love you, Shell. Thank you for taking care of your body, dear friend. You all lift me up daily. Thank you for your presence, each one of you, in your own special way. Thank you. I see Diana joining us too. What a blessing having you here as well. And Connor joining us as well. Blessings to you too, Brother Bear. Sending melty vibrations for the rest of your day too. Blessings, Brother Bear. It's nice having you. Lisa, that makes me feel happy and connected to you because I come here for the same reason and I have a friend in real life because I learned so much about friendship from everyone here. Slowly but surely, right? Melty, super dope hugs to you and our crew. Blessings to you too, Diana. Always. Blessing having you. Shell, so glad you enjoyed it as much to give it another go. Proud of you for taking care of you. This is the way. Thank you for the encouragement, dear friends. Beautiful music. Thank you for sharing it, Mel. Thank you for listening, for offering me your ears so that the music can be heard. That's not correct grammatically. I know I'm rhyming. I'm trying to be coy here. Have the most beautifulest day, everyone. Love you. I truly love you all. So, very, very, super duper, extremely, enormously, mega, immensely, massively, vastly, dearly. Melting all of you oh so very amazingly, incredibly, fantastically, awesomingly, awesomely, joltingly, breathtakingly, gorgeously, blazingly, brilliantly, magically, magical, divine friends. As we love you, dear Shan. Thank you for taking the time to spend a moment with me, consciously evolving, right? For realizing that nature wastes nothing, right? All of the energy you bring into the world, nature will be like, yeah, give me that energy. Just want it more, all right? All of it will contribute to the whole. Thank you for the kalimba mouth. It's always beautiful. Know you. Easiest know you ever. Know you are beautiful. And I thank you for joining me today again, for sending so many blessings, for holding me in your heart, and for letting me hold yours. I'm sending you all eternal blessings to friends in this present moment, to friends who were here in the past, to friends who might find this space in the future. You are loved. Nature wastes nothing. You're here for a reason, right? You are not a waste. You are giving. Remember that about yourself. When I heard Mel's Divine Friendship, I knew this was the place for me. Divine Friendship. Friendship. Someone, a bird almost pooped on me. Someone I want to walk side by side with, right? That's friendship to me, right? And we can walk side by side, literally thousands of miles away from one another because the path that we're walking is one towards love. And I want to walk side by side, you towards this path. We're getting closer and closer, and yet we're already here. Here we find ourselves. Sending you blessings. We'll do this again soon. Thank you for joining me once again, dear friends. Until tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Cheers.